welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to share with you my craft room tour for 2025. So if you watched my last craft room tour that I did a few months ago, I think, when I rearranged all my furniture in here, that has pretty much stayed the same. But I have moved a few things. I've also gotten a few new storage things that I want to share with you. I've changed the way I've organized a few things for something that works better for me. And also, just after this past year of buying a lot of large lots and, selling stuff, destashing stuff, having new things in my collection, I really found that while on the surface things looked organized, when you got down to the micro level, it really wasn't. And things weren't labeled anymore because things had been moved so many times. So I have spent a lot of time getting things back to where I want them and where I can find everything and where the flow works well for me. So I want to share that with you. Hopefully you will enjoy it, maybe get some inspiration for your craft room. I will link as many of the products as I can in my Amazon store. And as always, if you have any questions, just ask me in the comments below and I will try to answer them. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy it. All right, so here we are. This is where you walk into the craft room. Ignore the dogs. They are doing their morning zoomies. So here's the door. This hasn't changed, although I did straighten up the vinyl situation. It was getting a little bit out of control. So this is where I keep my vinyl. I try to keep my heat transfer iron-on vinyl on the front side, and on the back side is the adhesive vinyl. For the most part, there's a few at the top that are different, but that way it kind of makes it easier when I go to grab vinyl. One little organization hack that I do like is these little slap bracelets to keep rolls closed. So that is a nice little thing to help keep that contained. And then I still have my stamp wooden stamp storage shelf that my husband built me. Now I did destash a lot of wooden stamps. This is all I have now. And so the bottom part is perfect for the Martha Stewart style punches that have the flat bottom and they can stand. So that's really nice. So that is still working out wonderfully. Over here, I've got this little thread stand, but it's mostly, well, there is some thread, but I also have some different trim and some twine and things like that on there. I just use the little shelf bracket area to put my Teflon sheets for my heat press. I have my sublimation oven over here, and then I put all my golden books in this cube. Yes, I have a lot of golden books. I like to get them at Goodwill. At my Goodwill, they're 49 cents, which is awesome. And I use them to make journals. So those are all there. And then right here, I put my Anna Griffin paper to keep that all together. And then next to this, this is something new, this little two-tiered printer stand. I really love this, so I can have, this is my standard printer, and then this is the one that's converted to sublimation, so that just takes up less space when you can have one raised up. And then it has this little drawer, and so I put all of my sublimation paper in there. And then I have my heat press. And then behind here, there is a power strip to plug things in. However, my sublimation oven I put here purposely so I can plug it directly into the wall and not a power strip. And then the cord for my heat press is long enough to plug into the wall. For me, I just feel like it's safer to plug it right into the wall, not a power strip. That bag right there is my Cricut tools that I take when I teach my Cricut class. So that just stays right there. Okay, so then underneath this, and this is an IKEA desktop, none of that has changed. I have another little cube here, and I was able to sit my laser printer here. Now, I don't use the laser printer a ton. It's mostly for foiling for my mink, so I can print on toner. But I did grab this at a yard sale last summer for $5. So awesome find. So that is there. And then I have my chipboard, larger pieces. These are chipboard scraps. These are chipboard albums, the pre-made covers. That I usually end up cutting down, and then this is more chipboard. So that's all there. And then here are these two, I think they're Kallax drawers, they're IKEA. So let's see, I'll show you what's in these. So I relabeled all of these. So As you can see, it says punches. I have punches. Imagine that. So these are obviously punches that aren't going to sit up on that shelf anyways. So I have them in here. More punches. And again, more punches, although this is not a punch. This is a really cool self-inking stamp that my friend Trish gave me. So I just put that in there. And then there's also a circle cutter here. All right, and then next, this one is book binding. So I have my little book binding toolkit, some book cloth, the little punching thing. I don't know what these are called, but that's the little trim you can put in a signature. And then I have these big rolls of double-sided tape. They just fit well in there, and I do use them for more than just book binding, but those are in there. And then card bases. So I got lots of card bases, more card bases, and more card bases. Okay, then I have Joy vinyl. So I tried to put all of the things for my Cricut Joy in here. I've got an extra blade. I have the foil transfer kit, and then the different vinyl for the Joy. Now this one's labeled Cricut, and in here I have this big roll is just too big to go in my thing right there, so it's in here. And then that was full, so that's there. I have a little bit of Cricut foil, and then my t-shirt guides. And then this drawer has all the things for my minks. So I've got some of the like things that already have toner on them, and you can just add the foil. And then this is a bunch of the foil for it. So all of this is mink stuff. And that is that area. Now I also have, I took everything off my pegboard and put it back on. And actually, I should turn my sign on. There you go, much better. I picked up that Barbie sign at, I think, TJ Maxx, so that was pretty cool. So I've got my heavy duty heat gun up there. I think this jar, these are like accessories for the pegboard. I have like mostly like jewelry making tools, my embossing gun, some safety glasses. I've got some more tape, a big stapler, thing to hold cups when you're applying vinyl, paper towels. This is a little cup for painting, pom-pom and tassel maker. So it's all on there. Happy with how that turned out. And then I have my, this is paper that I would use for albums. So I have it labeled 65 pound and 110 pound. And these are the colors that I would typically use to cover album bases and to make pages. So I just have them assorted in there. Down here, I have 8.5 by 11 neutral colors. And then this one is, I have some decorative paper. These are things I'd probably use in signatures because they are like a copy weight, but they're patterned. And then it says special. Just for my mind, that's how I would think about it. Like I have like the mirrored paper. I have some watercolor or alcohol ink paper. Yeah, some mixed media paper, things like that. And I do have one paper pad there because I didn't really have anywhere else to put that. And then this is my 49 of market paper, so I just cut that together. I have 8.5 by 11 bright colors. This says Cricut, and it's like this is that, yeah, balsa wood that you could cut on your Cricut. I have Cricut mats and then a few different like Cricut products right there. And then this is all stuff that I've collected for a project for an album. So I just put that there. And then, oh, and if I don't think I said in this video, these units here are from the Simply Tidy line that you can get at Michael's. So I have my typewriter up here. And then now this one, I realized I did not label this, but this is my scraps, or these are my scraps right here. I have die cuts, so things I've already die cut and I just put in here ready to use on a card or a project. We have acetate. This is 8.5 by 11 shimmer, glitter, and metallic. So I've got exactly what it says. Glitter cardstock, shimmer cardstock, metallic. I think there's a few paper pads here that were just odd sizes, so those are there. This bin has all like hunky-dory kits. This one is all collage paper, heat transfer vinyl, adhesive vinyl, and these. This is all glitter paper, so like glitter cardstock. I have a shimmer cardstock, and this is all 12 by 12. Metallic, more metallic, embossed, craft, white, cream. This is all mulberry paper. This is all vellum. And down here I have another bin that has mulberry paper, like smaller ones. So that is what I have in those units. Okay, now, so just to recap, that was where the door is, and we're just going along this wall. This is a Kallax IKEA unit. Now this cabinet right here, these are just things of my husband's that are still in here. His resurfacer and our Wi-Fi stuff. So that's still there. I still have my Barbie collection up here. I have a few Tim Holtz books here. I have CDs. I have all my Xyron stuff right there. These are all, for the most part, Anna Griffin kits. Obviously, there's a few Graphic 45 albums there. These are embossing folders in these binders, and that is all stickers, and I have them organized in that expanding file by different categories. More Anna Griffin kits. And then this is just a little bin of Tim Holtz, like word chips. Got some little Barbie characters. Now, in this section, since obviously it's harder to get to, I have things I don't use often. So these albums here actually have like the packaging for a lot of my dies, and you'll see why in a little bit. I have extra magnet sheets. All of these are like extra like plastic envelopes and paper storage things, so that, you know, I don't have to access that very often. This is some more packaging for dies. I have like directions for things, and again, more like plastic envelopes and stuff. This is vinyl that I usually take with me when I teach at my co-op class. And then down here, I think that's receipts for some things. I have my hot glue sticks and some different like embellishment, like it's some kind of cotton. And then this little unit used to be under my desk, but this is all of my Tim Holtz dies. And then I have this We Are Memory Keepers thing. I can't open it with one hand. Okay, so you spin it open, and I have all of my like, these are like feet. I've got things for book binding, just different kind of hardware things. Those are all in there, and that just sits up here. And then these two albums are Tim Holtz binders, and they are the Tim Holtz Christmas stamps. So I have those in there because obviously I'm not going to use them very often, just, you know, mainly at Christmas time. So they're right there. Okay, so that brings us to this, which is a new purchase for my craft room. This is a dresser that I got at Hobby Lobby, and I really love it because it has so many drawers, which is awesome for organizing. I have my brother Scan and Cut on top, and then I have this little pegboard. I got my hot glue guns, my heat tool, wax seal glue, my paper corrugator thing, another glue gun. So that's all there. Now in here, I have these all labeled. So this is my little like stapler, like fancy decorative stapler. I have wood pieces. Now the only thing, if I can say about this, is that these drawers are not on tracks. So it's sometimes they don't want to go in all the way. You just kind of have to like lift them up. These are different embellishments, metal embellishments. Okay. These, I labeled it as ephemera pages. These are things that I would pull for if I was working on a journal, but are small. I also have some die cuts in here. So it kind of seems like a hot mess, but for me, I know, you know, that I know what it's in here and what I would be using it for. So it makes sense in my mind. All right, I have Anna Griffin embellishments. More Anna Griffin. This is different adhesive. I got like some book corners, some foam dots, a refill for my tape runner. Let's see. This is all baby embellishments and things. We're gonna do baby albums. I have flowers, cream of flowers. More flowers. Magnets. Now you can see my stash. Okay, basic gray for the win. This side I just labeled as hardware because essentially that's really what it is. I've got like eyelets. I have knobs that I like to use on album spines, book rings, all kinds of things like that. So those are all in there. This one is frames. Of course I would have a drawer labeled birds. So all kinds of bird embellishments. I just labeled this one words because it's like word strips. And then I threw these in here the other day because I was like, I don't know where to put these. These are some Tim Holtz things that I would use in like 3D projects. Okay, and then shaker card things. So like domes and some sequins, things like that. I have more metal embellishments and just random things like that. This one is labeled Christmas, and I have Christmas in here, but also some bears. Really? And then tickets. So it's mostly tickets, like the 49 and Market ones from the mystery boxes, but also I don't have a ton of washi tape. This is literally all of it, so I just put it all together. So that is what I have used that dresser for, and I really like it. I do have my Barbie collection on this shelf as well, and my friend Shanna gave me this Barbie birthday party decoration. It's awesome. I love it. It's from like 1991, I think. So I hung that up. I also have attached a bunch of metal sheets to my wall, and I don't remember, I think this was in the last video, but I put a lot of my nesting dies and things that I'd like to grab. I just like having them up there. They're easy to see and easy to grab, so those are still there. This is my Cricut cart that you have seen before. I put my Big Shot Plus and my Vagabond right here, so they are accessible and easy to use while I'm sitting at my desk working. My Cricut is down here. I have my Anna Griffin Empress. That floral box has the cords for these things. I have my Cricut Joy. These are Cricut pens. This is a bunch of blades for my Cricut. And then I have my mini heat press. And then this cart also has a cool little storage thing on the side. And I have my transfer tape and things like that there. This wooden shelf I thrifted. So on top I have some big cube like background stamps. And then I put all of my multimedia paste in this unit. So for example, I've got my crackle paste, my texture paste, lunar paste, astro paste, all that stuff. Some sequins, some glitter, you get the idea. These are little Tim Holtz tins, and it says keys, and it's literally like keys. Some flocking powder. I have my little ink holder that I still absolutely love. This is from Amazon. And then this is a similar kind of unit that has mostly embossing powders and a few big tubes of paint. And these are my Barbie stamps that my husband got me. So that's fun. All right, so that brings us to something else that's new. And this is a little cart I picked up on Amazon. And I wanted to have it kind of be my project cart. So I have my paper in here for things that I'm currently working on. And I'm probably going to do a separate video about this, so I'm not going to linger on it too much, but I really like it because it's small. I was thinking about one of those metal ones with 3 like rectangular tiers, but I wanted it to fit right here and not be in my way, so this is perfect. Okay, over here, these are more of the Simply Tidy units from Michaels. So I have a CD player up there. I have some chipboard blank albums. I have like foundry wax, some glitter, a bunch of glitter actually, and my re-inkers. This shelf is basically empty. It just has some rulers. My scoreboard. some more blank albums. This is a big tool caddy. In the back are like my big bottles of glue that I refill my smaller ones from. And then a bunch of tools, paintbrushes, blending tools, you know, weeding tools, all the things. Here's my snack. Here's a paper trimmer I'm going to be reviewing. This is my go-to paper trimmer. I got my decal edge trimmer there, tissues, alcohol inks. This is like glue pins and things like that. And then I have all of these drawers. So tools and tape and tools all in there. I have mats. So my like rubber multimedia mats or silicone, I think. Sanding tools. So the little discs that go on the stamp daubers. I have a couple really big ink pads, anti-static pouches, a little thing for weeding, some scraper tools. Down here I've got all my inking things. I have some palettes, erasers, staple refills, little misting bottles, funnels, all that kind of stuff. And then I have scrubbies, cloths. I got some wet wipes, baby wipes, some scrubbing things, my stamp cleaner, all of that kind of stuff. Which brings us over to my desk. Okay, so let's look under my desk. I really try to make use of every possible space, and that's what you'll see here. Now this thing in the back, it actually sits on this post and it holds my laptop. So if I'm like watching a tutorial, I can have my laptop off my desk surface to give me more room to work. So that's down there. This little wooden cart I got at Goodwill. This is a drawer of like stickers and little ephemera and things that I put in people's packages when I'm selling on Whatnot. This one is cords, but it also is my label maker. But I got my laptop cord and things like that. Down here I have my Rollo printer and my scale when I'm selling. And then right here is my photo printer. And then I've got my trash can. All right, so my desk. This is also something I don't know if I ever showed you guys, but this is my light I got on Black Friday. It was a super good deal. It's the Cricut light, which I know kind of controversial because it was very overpriced when it came out, but I got it for very, very inexpensive. I think it was $40. So compared to what it was when it came out, that's awesome. And I really like it. So that's there. My glass mat. I'm not going to spend too much time on here because a lot of these things I've showed you. I got this from my friend Jen to hold all my stamp handles. Love that. I've got this little desk caddy here with all my most used tools. And then this is kind of like my desk junk drawer, I would say. Of course, my Tim Holtz tag. I have these buckets here on cup hooks with my different Spectrum metallic markers and then like the other, like the sparkle ones. I still have my little mobile that I got at Goodwill with tags and different things that people have sent me. This is an arm so that I can start doing some YouTube live streaming at the same time I'm on Whatnot, and I can have my second phone, which is my son's old iPhone, recording. So that's something I'm going to be doing this year. I have my big chomp here. Okay, so next to my desk, let me show you this. I have these Kallax cubes stacked nearly to the ceiling. So let's look at this. So I have my tri-blend markers, mostly the tri-blend, some of them aren't. Those are there. I have my album that I just made, what I'm working on in there. This is like sublimation tape. This is for when you're painting. And then these are just some little random stamps. Put those there. Okay, up here, these are albums that are in progress. And then I have paper collections. So these would be things that I have multiple pieces of the collection for, and I want to keep them together. They're in these paper storage pouches. So you can see I've got like lots of different things. So they're all labeled so that I can easily find what I'm looking for. Now this shelf has some big dies. Here I have my distress crayons, my spritzes, and some more ink. This is all, with the exception of this pencil sharpener, these are all clips. Clips and clamps and things. And a bell. Okay. I have my, try to get this out of your way. Okay. Stickles, as well as some distress sprays and stamp cleaners in that cube. All right, now this is where some things have changed. So I used to store my stamps and dies in zippered albums, which I still think they're great, but I was really tired of unzipping them, going in and out. So I invested in these, which are from Stamp and Storage. So we will get to these, but for most of my stamps, and I'm going to move I have them in hanging file folders here. And I have them in categories. So like this one is all like sentiment stamps and word stamps. And then this one is all my graphic 45. This one is all like background stamps. So they're all organized like that in a way that makes sense to me. And the same with that. So those two things are stamps. Now these units are from Stamp and Storage, and they fit perfectly into the IKEA cubes, and these hold my dies. So dies that maybe don't have stamps with them. It's not a super, I mean, because there are some stamp and die sets in those too, but I have them labeled. It's like, this is floral. I put magnetic sheets in the bottom, but you can see I do have a couple. I have a lot of birds, so that should be no surprise. But like you can see, I've got some nesting dies here. I just have them all labeled like Anna Griffin. I really love them, and they make it really easy to find what you're looking for. So those are great. Now down here, okay, so I have quite a few Tim Holtz stamps. No surprise there, I'm sure. And I have his binders, which are up here in like my storage, the things I don't use often. I was kind of tired of unzipping them, like I said, so I put them in here, and now I can open and flip through, and these are kind of in categories too, like this is backgrounds, and then like tickets, and I can just reach in and pull them out. And so I really like this. I don't think I'll get rid of my binders because they're, you know, I'm not going to find new ones, but I'm liking this, so that's probably going to stay like that for the time being. All right, well, the dogs are here now, so. Okay, so above this, I have this other drawer, and this is also from Stamp and Storage. And I put my small paper in here that I like to grab when I'm doing die cutting. And then in this one, I have some smaller paper pads too, like this is, you know, pretty small. So that's in there. And then this one is all my stamping blocks. And then I have paper in here. These are like backdrops and just smaller paper things. This says oversized dies, but I actually had room in here to put them. Let's see, what's an example of one? Some of these are pretty large. Oh, like this one right here. This big Ferris wheel and things like that. So I'll probably take this label off and put something else here. But these are some folios. These are Anna Griffin. This is like large embossing folders, stamping platforms. Now these shelves right here, these are IKEA inserts. So IKEA sells the ones that make your cube 2 shelves, or they also have these. This is my stamp metal thing. This is stuff. Actually, I had this here yesterday and I forgot to move it. These are dies that I don't have stamps for, so I gotta figure that out. This is like stamping foam and like a piercing, you know, if you're doing paper piercing. And then I have my extended plates, my standard plates, and my Anna Griffin Empress plates. Okay, this is an insert from Stamp and Storage, and it is for 6x6 paper. So this is great because your little 6x6 paper pads fit right in here, and really makes good use of that space. And then I have my little Sizzix there. And then this is from Stamp and Storage also, and it is for your paints. But I also have my sprays in here. So I have like distress paint and stain, and they fit really nicely in there. I have stencils, transfers, and stickers. More albums that are in progress. Behind there is my little jewelry stand for making dangles. And then I have this unit. I've got just tools that I grab often, like my scissors, ruler. I have my stencils on a book ring, brayers, foam tape. So that is kind of like my little area there where I work. One thing I did forget, I don't think I showed, is this drawer on the cart. Actually, I have my computer mouse in here, but also my brunch board. Okay, so that is my work area. Okay, and then we've seen this before. The other side of that unit is my Tim Holtz ideology stash, hoard, collection, whatever you want to call it. And then my Timmy Biggs dies. Hi, Gilbert. So those are all there. All right, here is another unit from Michael from the Simply Tidy line. The drawer fronts on these tend to come off. They are not as nice as the IKEA ones, I will say. So my husband screwed them for me so they would stop coming off. I told him, just put a screw there. I don't even care how it looks. I'm just tired of the drawer front coming off. So let's look in these drawers. All right, I'm sitting on the floor so the dogs want to be here, but photo paper. This is faux leather, and like I got this in a lot recently. I don't know if I'm going to keep it, but I wanted to see if I would use it. It's velvet, but it's got an adhesive back, so we'll see. This is more adhesive, just all kinds of adhesive. Sticker paper and like shrinky dink paper and all that kind of stuff. And then this one has journals and note cards and notepads and sticky notes and all that. Now, sitting on top of here, because I have another unit over there that we'll see, this is like some really large paper. So I keep it down here. And then here is another Simply Tidy one. Now this one has all my pegboard hooks. I'm not going to open it because this drawer front is actually broken. I need hubby to fix that one. This one is tags. So it's got blank tags and some cards that I made. This is mini lights, different things like that. We have an empty drawer. Amazing. And then this is kind of miscellaneous stuff. These are tins that the watercolor pencils came in and all of that. And then down here I have all the stuff for my We Are Memory Keeper fuse thing. Another empty drawer. My travel craft bag. This is full of empty binders and notebooks. It's actually like when my kids need a new notebook for school, I grab it out of there. That's empty. These are kits and a light board. My tool bag, another craft light. Okay, so when you come around from my workspace and my Timmy wall, I have another IKEA desk area. And I have this area. So I have my sewing machine out instead of having to get it in and out of a cube. It's out and more easily to use. And my cinch stack cutter. Have a little ot light. These are my beads and jewelry making things. I have my printer's tray. This is where I keep my wax seal stamp handle things. I actually do have a few printer blocks here. And let's see, I have ribbon. These are wreath forms, and I just kind of looped my trims around them. And then I have a splat box up there. And then these are more of the Kallax cubes. So at the top, I've got, that's a sewing machine bag, my Cricut bag, toner for my laser printer. Let's see, I've got t-shirt blanks, Oh no, t-shirt blanks are in that one. This one is more like sublimation blanks. These are all like beading tools. I have my fabric. In here I have like a clamp for when you're book binding, like gluing things. And then these are all like the We Are Memory Keeper punch boards. These are the plates to my Big Shot Plus. Got my sewing machine, or my sewing box. This has a lot of like, I don't know, Mod Podge and different chemicals, some empty bottles, gloves, that kind of stuff. This is trim. That has like wood pieces in it. And then these two are like these book boxes and different blank surfaces. This has my thermal cinch, my regular cinch, my mink, my laminator, printer paper, some more chipboard albums. These are rubber bands for the different Tim Holtz mediums to keep them sealed. And then I have lots of these things for my cinch and things for my thermal cinch all right there. And Reagan, he wants to be a part of it. Okay, this drawer has more blanks to decorate. This is my lap desk if I want to craft in the living room, and lately I've been having fun watercoloring, so in here I have some watercoloring books and watercolor pencils and some watercolor palettes. So I just leave it in there and then I can just go sit on the couch and have fun. All right, and then these cubes are like kind of my junk journal stuff. So I have manila file folders, which are great for making tags, various different kinds of paper. These are like old card catalog things. This file has different ephemera in it. An old scrapbook for making masterboards. I have a ledger right here. Player piano roll. More player piano rolls. This really cool music book. Different books I can use for crafting. This has this has faux leather. This is all my faux leather. In here, we have an empty cube. That's amazing. Love that. All right. Now we're almost back to the door. Okay. So I have a paper tower here. These are mostly like decorative paper. And then I have some really tall paper here, like this stuff. So I just sit it right there. My closet here is, a lot of it is shipping supplies. I have an electric blanket for when it gets really cold in here. I have my Tim Holtz bag that my daughter made me and my apron. I have packing tape, various like office kind of supplies here. Over here, I have a bunch of empty storage containers that I'm not using currently, but I don't like to get rid of storage containers because you never know. So those are there. Bubble wrap. This is my de-stash bin. So these are things that I don't want anymore. Again, packing stuff. This shelf, this is my Christmas paper, and I just leave it in here because I don't need to access it very often, and when I do, I can still get to it. So that's all the Christmas stuff together, the paper, embellishments, all that stuff. That is like gift wrapping stuff, and then these bins are for my 3 craft besties, and when I pick something up for them, when I'm out thrifting or whatever, they each have a basket, and I put it in there until I have enough to send them. Okay. So that's the closet. Wrapping paper, oven mitt for sublimation oven, and this is just a little laminated guide for heat settings. I have butcher paper for sublimation. I did have a TV here. I never used it, so my husband took it down. I need to fill the holes in paint, and then I don't know. I'm looking for something kind of interesting or unique to hang there, so we'll see. Then I've got 2 more paper racks. This is all decorative paper, and then I have some decorative paper here, like a Timmy. But mostly this is my solid 12 by 12 cardstock. Great, and that brings us back to the door, which means you have now seen every square inch of my craft room, and I hope you enjoyed. I'm sorry about my voice. I'm getting over being sick, so this was a lot of talking. So that is all. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and thanks for watching.